Okay, video 1 of 2, just going to give a quick overview of the Clipper and some of its isms that I've discussed. Um, so the outside is maybe uh, the most visible wear. The inside is actually quite good, and we'll get to that. So we're just missing a cap here over the outdoor uh, liquid propane outlet for the cook stove. Just a quick walk around. We've got the front cargo here. I know I've discussed that there was some rot in the cargo area that I had to repair. So you can see the plywood that I've Tapconned in place. Now the rot came from a drip that I went unseen for quite a while until it was too late in this cargo cover. So you can see, I've got the red tuck tape going. Finding parts for these things can sometimes be a bit of a hassle. But the tuck tape has worked to seal it well, like it normally does. And I did a little bit of repair with this. I forget what the product name was. It was a Marine Tech thing, and I did it anywhere where this cover was cracked and where the water was getting in, and that has completely eliminated any of the water getting in now. It's been bone dry, and even though it is stored outside, so the rot is not an issue anymore. I've got a brand new battery in the front here. I've got 2 jacks. A buddy used it, didn't like the jack that was on there, put on another one. You know what, the 2 jacks actually helps to stabilize it a little bit better, but you could definitely take one of them off. But it does eliminate some of the side-to-side rock when you are setting it up. Around the other side here, we've got the cover again missing. I mean, you'd have to take off this entire ring and put on a new one. I'm sure they're available. That one is housing the electric cable. Again, I just put a piece of tape over for transportation and unsightly maybe, but functional. Here we've got access into the refrigerator, 3-way, where you can turn it off and on for whatever use you're using. And the LP feature does still work. I can show you how to ignite that if you are still interested. Around the back here, we've got fully functional lights. The only one that is not working, this works as a blinker. You can see tuck tape making a return. It doesn't work as a running light, so that could just be a bulb issue. The wiring seems to be intact when I did repair it. So again, you want to get around to things and can't get around to everything that you want to. This the crank housing is a little bit cracked. I was going to repair it with the WeatherTech. I mean, it doesn't see a lot of wear and tear, so but it seems to be fine as it is. Actually, and there was an issue from the manufacturer with the brake on the crank, and that actually got repaired under a manufacturer defect. So that's been recently repaired by the trailer. So that, I mean, that's the outside. I'll get it set up and walk you through the inside, and we'll pick it up from there. Thanks. All right, video 2. So I've got this thing ready to go up. Just giving you a quick look at the vinyl on the pullouts, the beds. So it's good. There's no leaks, no tears. It's in pretty good shape. I did do a pretty good job of washing it on a seasonal basis and making sure it wasn't going away wet. The canopy up here, I forgot to mention on that first video on the outside, fully functional. It's manual. There is a little tear there in that top right corner, but it still stores away, opens easily, and can set that up pretty quick time, maybe 5 minutes, one person. So coming in, so I will say there was some of that rot from the cargo that came. We're talking like one small spot, and even last season I thought about tearing a little bit of the floor out, maybe taking out this cabinet and replacing a piece of ply in here and some Duradeck. but you know what, it just hasn't got worse. It's held where it was, and even like if we go one tile back, this is all solid. So really we just had a little bit of softness here, and it hasn't progressed. So I really didn't feel it was warranted to go about that task. So we've got the stove stored underneath. I'll pull that out in a sec. Got a little table, portable table here. So I'll pop out the canvas, the beds. Just give me a sec. So there we go. We got one up. No mildew or limited mildew. A little bit of maybe mosquito carnage. But the mattresses are clean. Everything's good. Underneath, you know, we have foam toppers. Here's the one over here. Yeah, it definitely makes the sleep a little bit better. Pop up this other one here. Okay, so much the same as the other side. So I talk about mosquito voids, and where I think they're getting in is under the beds here, where you've got a little bit of space, and for whatever reason, even after you tighten up the outside, you clip the vinyl underneath the bed, there still seems to be a little bit of space here. So how we've solved it is we just take a big blanket and we put it on top of the mattress and let it fall over the sides, and that seems to really be the trick. That has solved the issue of mosquitoes getting in. You can also see there's some voids here where the vinyl is zipped together, and you get these little pockets here where the stays are on the outside, and I'll just stuff in some tissue or paper towel or whatever. And again, as long as you take those extra steps, it does seem to solve the mosquitoes getting in. So this is the inside. We got a dinette here. I could set that up real quick. Those are just a couple of posts for the stays to keep them from, as an emergency backup kind of thing. So pull away these cushions, and the table is there underneath, and we've got some storage here underneath one of the benches. We've got a good piece of storage over here, just crammed, and another piece of storage here over one of the wheel wells. There's the furnace that is selectively working right now. Could be an easy fix, not sure. Might be as easy as this thermostat here. Nothing's wrong with the fuses. You can see I don't know if it's going to happen here. Yeah, there was a green light there. So the propane detector is working for a propane leak, and we've got some outlets in here. If you are plugged in, you can have some power in the trailer. So that's it. This thing has served us well for 8 years of camping. And oh, the door. So the door is probably my biggest grievance with this thing. And you know what? In talking with our friends who trailer, and they have pop-ups, it's a common issue, and it's tough to get. It's tough to get square and opening properly. You've got your trailer has to be perfectly level in order for this thing to sit nice and squarely in place. And for a second here, so there's a couple of posts that just fit into a slot on either side here, and I should be able. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of a push. Got to make sure that little toggle is up. There we go. Okay, so got her in place there. Got to mess with those a little bit. Just push and twist to get it in. Anyways, it will go. And let's go outside. This toggle isn't necessarily shutting the door all that tightly. I'll end it here. We'll get this door set up, and then I'll just show you it working on the outside. Okay, part 3 of 2. Yeah, so I got those in place there now, and the Velcro down the side, and you can just see, like, it just doesn't sit quite square there, but that's like, I mean, that's been an issue for us all along. And like I said, it's pretty common amongst our camping friends with their pop-ups. So yeah, just Velcro up the side here, and you know, it's work. I've got it nice and level right now, so for sure that door is going to work. That's the critical issue. It's just, you know, it's a minor detail. It's one of the little isms. It's not perfect, but it is what it is, and we work with it. So there you have it. That's the clipper. If you have any questions, just reach out to me again. You can see you just come under here. You strap these bits to these brackets, and you've got a seal, pretty good seal all around the outside. So okay, I'll send this off to you, and let me know what you think. Okay, lastly, the stove. So there's two stays there that it latches onto underneath the dinette for storage, and then on the outside of the trailer here you can see it clipped on there, nice and firm, never had any issue. You will see a little oversight on my part. I put a griddle on the stove and it did melt the casing a little bit. It hasn't, you know, I caught it before it got real ugly. Again, just unsightly, functional, non-issue. Open up the stove, you got 3 burners. Yeah, and that's the stove. Every burner works, and yeah, it's all cooking outside. Which, that being said, I'm glad I never cooked in the unit. And with our new unit that we're looking at, it's kind of a grievance that there isn't an outdoor cook area. So we'll be packing a Coleman now with our upgraded trailer, just because, you know, we like to do the cooking outside under the awning. It's just a little bit more campy. All right.